at risk of losing coverage under a threshold of 40 hours and under current law. Under this bill, Mr. Barthold, do you expect that fewer employees would receive an offer of affordable coverage?
Mr. Levin, as part of our economic analysis, we would expect that would happen.
And do you know how many?
We've not had an opportunity to complete that analysis. My colleagues working jointly with analysts at the Congressional Budget Office are working on that analysis, and we'll be providing it to the committee as part of the revenue estimate process.
And when do you think that might occur?
As soon as we can, but I don't have a date for you right now. It's actually a very complicated modeling issue.
Was this requested by the majority earlier?
The chairman's staff said that when they said that there'd be a markup, I said, well, I guess we need to estimate this legislation then. So yes, an estimate has been made. But again, it's not a simple process, Mr. Levin. It involves trying to analyze what changes there might be in employer coverage, how those changes might affect the number of individuals who are eligible for either Medicaid or for the exchange credit subsidies under the established exchanges. Also, the change in measuring the definition of full-time equivalent means sort of a reassessment of the number of employers that might be potentially affected.
Actually, let me ask another question to be clear about your answer, which I think was very clear. So will some of the people whose hours or benefits are cut as a result of changing to the higher standard become or remain uninsured?
Well, that's part of the analysis that we're trying to undertake. As I just noted, it'll change the number of individuals available for coverage under Medicaid and the number of individuals who would be could get eligible for coverage through the exchanges. And so we haven't completed that analysis yet.
So some of the people, as a result of the legislation, would become uninsured.
Well, your initial question, as I understood it, and what I had thought I had answered, Mr. Levin, was would the change essentially enable some employers who, under present law, would offer certain employees employer-based coverage now not have the obligation under the employer mandate to do that and perhaps change their mind in terms of what the type of compensation that they offer employees? And my answer to that was yes, we would expect that factor that that some employers would now choose not to cover their employees.
And so some of those employees might become eligible for Medicaid or
yes, sir. Or
through the exchanges.
They might be able to acquire coverage through the exchanges.
And
some could also end up, as you were suggesting, uninsured. And that's part of the analysis that my colleagues and our colleagues at the Congressional Budget Office are undertaking.
And that would result in higher federal spending?
Through the Medicaid program, there could be higher outlays. If some of these individuals are eligible for the subsidies through the exchanges, that would result in revenue loss to the federal government.
And that's what you're.
There are offsetting factors, and we've not worked out the net effects yet, sir.
And that's what you're working on.
That's what we're working on, Mr. Levin.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Brady is recognized.